and welcome back to the Nest Metal Podcast. Of course, it's episode number 3. For this one, I'm not looking to make this a 48 or 58 minute one. This is probably going to be a 30 or maybe close to at least maybe 40 minutes, so it ain't gonna be too long because I'm not gonna be talking a whole lot of stuff. There's not really a whole lot of topics here. That's one of the main reasons. So with that, let's definitely get right in. I think the first topic here I definitely want to get out is mostly thank yous. Since of course I definitely have gained quite a bit more subscribers. I've gained about 523 subscribers. I definitely have to thank guys like Kelly Bowes of Zoth Orgvin, and of course Doomsday's Today Records. Again, Paul of that label, so I definitely have them to thank, and it's all due to, again, receiving the promo package that they had sent me a couple of weeks ago, which then led to more of the reviews of some of the stuff like the Doug Stapp, the Earth Says Hello album, and of course, again, the Zoth Orgvin self-titled album, which within that I've gotten even just as more exposure, I guess, to some of those fan bases and stuff on online and all of that. So I definitely have to give out a thank you to all of those guys and everything. And so far, definitely looking pretty great. Again, 523 subscribers. Originally, several weeks ago, it was a little bit down to almost 515, but now it's gone up even more. Who knows? It could have been also for me reviewing the albums from like Testament and Ambush and Rage, and maybe some of the album of the week 40th anniversaries show spotlight albums. The first time I made an album, British Steel from Judas Priest, and Van Halen's Women and Children First. So it's pretty good. Also, I definitely even still have to give a shout out to Jim Harris, a Silent Storm, who has definitely been for sure another great guy and everything, and he's definitely been of great help. So very cool. Definitely want to throw out those thank yous for a lot of those guys. So and in response to all of you, there's still plenty of comments. So we're now on to the next topic, as of course is what's coming up. Now this week, there's definitely again 3 videos as usual. So tomorrow there will be a album of the week video, and it will be on the 40th anniversary for Heaven and Hell from Black Sabbath, which of course, at this point it's already reached its 40th anniversary, which again was just yesterday, which is April 25th, Saturday. So very, very awesome. Though I'm definitely looking forward to definitely releasing that for all of you, and of course that's probably going to be a great one, since all of you are definitely, since most of the guys I expect that are subscribed to me definitely lived with that album and grew up with such an album, since it's definitely marked a bit of a new era in Black Sabbath. So definitely looking forward to releasing that tomorrow. And of course Wednesday will be another another in the edition of the Doomsday's Today Records reviews, which will be on Static Mass's album, which I believe was their 3rd full-length album. I believe it's I think titled here, I'm probably gonna butcher the name here, but it's Exorcism. Exorcando, Sando, Essicant, Essient, Demonia. I probably butchered the fuck out of that. It's definitely a bit of a tough one for me to actually say, but that's definitely going to be Wednesday's album review, and Friday's album review will be on the second and newest album from Spell, titled Opulent Decay, which I think I might had briefly mentioned that in my very first podcast, which was like running through a lot of the new releases through on like Metal Archives, again, upcoming releases page on that site, and I think that was one of the ones I might have for sure, I think, mentioned and so on. So that's definitely gonna be Friday's review. Now next week's for next week, the schedule for that week, that Monday will be another album of the week. That's going to be a spotlight on Axe's second album titled Living on the Edge. That will be that week's album of the week. And then, of course, Wednesday's album review will be for Inversia, The Biddings of Tyrants, which was, again, another in addition in the more of the Doomsdays to today's records reviews, since, of course, again, as part of the cassette portion of that promo pack that I had received from Paul of Doomsdays Today Records. So I'm definitely, that will be Wednesday's review, and of course that Friday will then be a review for Spanish thrash metal band Agresiva, which is Elfin de la Rosin, which that was actually the requests of the members of, oh god, let me look over here at them. It's probably already slapping me in the face at this point, so I'm kind of forgetting the name a bit right now. Slow Burn. That was actually the guy of Slow Burn, that's a guitar player for that band, messaged me through Gmail and sent me a link for the Aggressiva's album, which even though he doesn't play on the album, he definitely wanted to see me review that one. So that is definitely going to be the following week's Friday's album review. So there you go. There's your schedule for the next coming 2 weeks. So I hope all of you are definitely looking forward to that. So there's at least right there. There's what's coming within the next couple of weeks. Now, since I got all the good stuff out of the way, it's time to get into some ridiculous shit, I guess we can say. I've been waiting to unload on this fucking topic right now, since and again, it also concerns my channel, and it's something that in a way has been kind of irking me ever since it ever began, which was several weeks ago. I can't remember when. Actually, no, it was the fucking day I released the fucking review for the Reactory album. I believe it was either was it the collection update video that I did then, or the fucking my album of the week on Reactors High on Radiation, on that fucking week, that goddamn fucking week. And it was the same around, and again, wasn't, or god, even it's a little bit even began, even the, actually, no, it actually did. It must have began on when I uploaded my review for Legal at Last from Anvil. It is this fucking long now that I think about it. But it's began with all those spam bots that have been kind of already been kind of filling up fucking YouTube. And it was, of course, around the time that people started to be more aware of the whole fucking coronavirus. So what a coincidence. And I'll even get to my post that I had posted onto fucking onto the Nasty Metal Productions Facebook channel, which I gave a really good fucking rant on this shit. But it was around this same time that even fucking Darcy was it Darcy? God damn it! Apologize. Oh god. Darcy 6 Strings 9 Lives. There. Apologize if I screwed that one up if you're watching. It began with also being aware of on his fucking channel, where apparently he was getting a lot of this, like a certain fucking spam bot that decided to fucking, even happened to my brother. It's like the spam bot apocalypse on fucking YouTube. And it all starts with the one little person or various clone channels of Trap Drip or Trap Fuck, Trap Cocksucker. I probably should just call him, because that's what is. Goddamn, they basically and if you are aware of some of this, there's plenty of channels that have definitely other non vinyl community or music community channels that have talked about this topic of these of like Trap Drip and that, and they go into a lot more better detail. But I'll go for a little run through a little bit here. Basically, they are a spam bot. They basically act like they are a human. They are humans, basically. They act like, the replies are like, typical, trying to, be nice. Great video. Definitely like your content. I hope you keep it up. Definitely subscribe back to me. Kind of bullshit. And again, it's supposed to seem like they are that they are definitely legitimate. And again, if you go on their channel, you see how that they've got uploads on there. Be either of typical fucking trendy shit, whether it be fucking Fortnite or whatever. And still, it's the most trendy fucking shit. And again, look at the subscribers count. It seems impressive, but it's too good to be true because all it is, it's a way to sucker you in. Because apparently, if you do go on subscribe to them, apparently it's like a virus, almost. And more so, it fucks over your subscribers, it fucks over your revenue or whatever. And if let's say if you're under monetization, you're even I get just as much vulnerable to this spam bot pandemic or their issue, and it's fucking bullshit. But again, every time that you upload a fucking video, guess what? They're so quick. They're so fucking quick. Now, most recently, I really haven't gotten a whole lot of these replies from these fucking spam bots, but I know of a couple of weeks, like a week ago or so, I did get another fucking comment for one of these. Oh yeah, the main one. Another one that also had came up was, oh god, you know what? It's fine. I guess I'm about now ready to get what led into my little rant on Facebook here. So I'm gonna pull up my page here on Facebook on my phone. I'm gonna find my rant post, which involves another one, not Trap Drip, but involves another one that's in that same category of BS spam bot written YouTube people. Oh my god. Which I can't even say if they're people because again, they're bots. They're not even human. But here we go. Let me see if I can search for it. Here we go. Here it is. And it involves the comical Canadian. Oh boy. Again, another one of them spam bot. I mean, you look at it's a typical, it's supposed, safe reply again. Oh, great video. Love your work. Please subscribe back to me. Keep it up. Kind of crap. Sub for sub BS, but at the same time, what's gonna happen to you if you fall for it. So here we go. Here's my fucking little rant here that I had posted on the Facebook on that day, which would have been March 30th. All right, just to let everyone know. If you left a reply on my videos and are wondering why I haven't quickly replied or reacted to your comments, is because there seems to be a glitch that has prevented me from receiving notifications from those who have left comments and replies to my videos. It's very coincidental that it was caused by that spam bot, the comical Canadian, a week ago. It's bullshit. But if nothing gets fixed in weeks, you will have to be patient on me getting back to any of you. Take care. So that was one of them. I thought I also posted another fucking, oh god, I think it was another one up here. That was definitely one of my other one. Now I'm just realizing, I think that was, I posted, here we go, here's the first one. That was the second one. This was the first one I had posted on about, ranted about the comical Canadian. If you receive any comments from someone named either the comical Canadian, Trap Drip, and Trap Star, run away from like they are the fucking plague. They might as well be the coronavirus in living form. They are a scam artist to fuck channels over, only if you're dumb enough to subscribe to them. And since human workers are not going to be heading to work at the headquarters, there is not much to be done. So you're really going to have to try your best to either flag them or hide the comments so nobody subscribed to you falls into them. Don't subscribe back. I fucking repeat. Don't subscribe back. And that was posted on March 23rd, so just definitely a few days before I had posted the one about the issues with me not receiving much notifications about any new comments that get left on any of my, let's say, newest videos. And I still seem to suffer from it still, since just fucking today, my god, and right now, it fucking irks me. I mean, I've got it set up to where I can receive fucking notifications for all new comments, but because ever since that goddamn day I probably posted my fucking review for Reactory's Collapse to Command, I got that goddamn post or a comment from the comical Canadian, you little sack of shit spam bot. I still have been suffering from basically from not receiving much notification, and just today when I went to look to find oh geez, the see who left the request for my to ask the request for travelers termination shock. I had to go through search through some of my videos because apparently, well, that one, Paul DeVito, I apologize. I never got I had to literally go onto that video to probably see if you, even on the day that you had posted that, I had to probably go onto the video itself to see if anyone left a goddamn comment to begin with. Because again, I want to at least be nice and be more respectful to a lot of the guys that at least that reply onto my videos. And in order for me to really know that anyone even leaves goddamn replies on them, I have to at least rely on notifications. But ever since that goddamn day, I haven't been receiving much notifications. I don't know what the fuck has happened. And it's so coincidental because of the goddamn spam bots like goddamn Trapstar, the comical Canadian, and of course a couple of days ago, Zymertrax subbed to me. Yeah, you know what? Go fuck yourself, Zymertrax, you little asshole. Anyway, and that's a whole other rabbit hole of BS there, and I may have to a little bit elaborate on a little bit of that. Still, again, I had to go find, and I apologize to anyone with those. And again, I know it's not like anybody really has hurt feelings if I leave a goddamn heart or even reply back to them. But to me, who is running a goddamn channel on YouTube, I in a way, I still feel I have to at least somewhat react. So I let them know that they at least know that I care. In a way, because if I do fucking care, I am happy where I'm at this point. I mean, I really don't really care that I'm not monetized, or at least or I'm not set up for monetization. But I can really give a damn if I'm making any money off of YouTube. To me, it's a hobby, and it's a great hobby, and it's definitely done quite a bit for me. I mean, at the beginning of this video, I definitely went and thanked a lot of the new guys that I've made friends with or have got, within the beginning of this video. But here, with this shit, it almost becomes a little difficult to actually keep up track because it seems there is a fucking glitch. So it's goddamn ridiculous. And again, back to at least Paul DeVito, I had to literally find the comment again. Because again, I can't just go through my notifications and look at least the notifications button or whatever, the icon it's on that you see on YouTube, which looks like a bell. Basically, it looks like a bell there, and it's right next to your profile icon. It's also next even to like the YouTube apps thing. So right within there, it's in the middle of that, and that's where you're again look through there to see if anyone left the replies for you. And I went to searching through there today to also find again the guy who requested Traveler's Termination Shock, which again was Paul DeVito when I finally found, which was actually on my video for it was my, again, it was a promo pack video from fucking Doomsay's Today Records that I had received. Yeah, the Unearthed Mail episode. That was the day I received the request reply from Paul DeVito. And so, but while there, I thought he might have left it on my Album of the Week video for British Steel from Judas Priest. While I go into there, I see that Darcy 6 Strings 9 Lives left a fucking reply. No, actually, no, it was my Rage review. Excuse me. It was a Rage review for Wings of Rage. He had left a reply on there. I never got a notification for that. And I had to tell him that I haven't been receiving much notifications. And here is me elaborating on that a little bit more further into detail on why I haven't been receiving much notifications. And it's so very coincidental of these goddamn spam bots that have been plaguing YouTube. And it's all so coincidental that it came around the day that at the coronavirus breakout. I know that sounds so fucking conspiracy theory like. I mean, I don't want to fucking turn to guys like Alex Jones, but it's so goddamn ridiculous that it seems to happen on that goddamn day or around that week. So literally, since of course you can't see me, I am literally giving you the goddamn middle finger because thanks for almost kind of fucking up my channel. Because now I can't seem to get rid of the goddamn symptoms that you fucking left on there. So I hope any of you spam bots get hit by a goddamn truck in Cyberworld, you little dickheads. So there's my rant for this video, or at least for this podcast, audio podcast. Fucking ridiculous. And how about Zymer tracks? Of all people, I mean, it's so coincidental also that a few couple of weeks ago, I watched Some Ordinary Gamers video on Zymer tracks, which apparently resulted in the account about how somebody, it's fucking bullshit, how somebody on YouTube, apparently, again, Zymer tracks is like, again, it's apparently it contains, oh god, what's the word, what they are, like, I guess free to use music. I guess you can say, like, basically public library, like music, like stuff that isn't copyrighted, I guess, in a way to say. But the thing is, because of the original Zymer Tracks channel, there has been plenty of phony clone channels, and from there is what I think the shit begins, because of apparently they'll immediately will reply to on your video and will ask about collaborating with you or some bullshit whatever. But it's a fucking scam, because the minute you do fall into there and you do decide to use any of their tracks, they will then turn around and give you a fucking copyright strike. So, and it's so fucking coincidental that I get a goddamn reply from Zymer Tracks, but now it's in my spam box area on my channel. So, haha, right back at you, you little son of a bitch. So, fucking Zymer Tracks, all these goddamn spam bot people on fucking YouTube decided to basically screw smaller channels, where just to find any little way, because since of course there's probably, again, not very many people or human beings be on fucking YouTube, or at least work at the headquarters to actually, to maybe to go the sweeping fucking action. They're gonna find many. They're gonna fill up a lot of YouTube. So yeah, the spam bot plague of YouTube. So what yippity fucking do? I had to get that out of my system. I literally had to get that out of my system, because literally I'm looking at my notepad, or at least my notepad over here. It's titled YouTube Bullshit, but it should be YouTube Channel Bullshit, because of it is. That's what it is. It's a bunch of horse shit that all that happened, and I still haven't yet been able to recover much. I mean, once in a while I'll get replies there. I'll still get notification for certain replies on at least older videos, but newer videos I am looking for at least notifications of people that have left replies, because I know plenty, because again, they're definitely there. I mean, I've been getting decent views right now for at least my videos. Sure, 38 views ain't much, but still, also in terms of talks about views I've ever gotten. I mean, I don't really care much about views, but at the same time, it is very cool, because right now the most highest video to ever get viewed is my response to a member on the Nuclear War Now forum, which is no longer existing, and I'm not going to go into that little topic of how that forum's no longer run, but right now there is my friend over at Forces of Steel, which of course is Painkiller, the admin of that forum, basically had started. So I guess right now I'm going to have to plug this guy here, or at least plug this forum if you're for that, is he started like a like a, I don't know if I could say a sub forum, but it's at least a replacement forum for the Nuclear War Now forums. It's titled Revelation of Doom. It's of course, again, it's in replace of Nuclear War Now, and it's got plenty of guys that were from the Nuclear War Now forum that are now, of course, that have signed up on that site, or have created accounts with that site, with that forum. So that is definitely right now, I guess you can say, a refuge for the Nuclear War Now forum, which again is no longer around. I'm not going to go into the whole again. That one I won't completely elaborate on why that happened, even though again it's probably out of some BS shit still, but still. It definitely no longer exists, but again, that's your replacement forum for that. And again, it was all started by Painkiller of Force of Steel, so there's your little plug for the video for at least a forum. All right, so that's probably about it for at least a lot of the channel stuff. I guess before I really start any, I guess I really have to throw on the topic of wrestling since it's becoming it's going to be a reoccurring thing for me. A topic for a lot of these podcasts will be wrestling. So here, I guess, which is probably going to be very short. There really isn't a whole lot to completely talk about, even though about the fact that WWE just after being considered a essential business by I think the state of Florida, or at least Orlando, Florida, if I am correct. Was it Orlando? Definitely wasn't Jacksonville because of that's AEW territory. Still, was at least was essential. Was considered essential business, and that's also even some parts of being thanked to President Donald Trump and everything. Which that's probably the only time you're probably gonna ever hear me mention him on this channel, and if that alone is probably gonna trigger some people, whatever. Still, it's facts. Facts is facts. Still, though, after that day, they after being considered essential business, they then released a whole couple of guys, even furloughing a couple of their employees, at least the ones that are like executive producers. I mean, including some legends, like for example, Fit Finlay and oh god, and even for example, Lance Storm and those kind of guys. But I think they've been furloughed, if anything, because again, because of the whole pandemic, how are some people gonna have a whole lot to do? I know I think it's BS that they fucking let them go, but then there's a couple of guys I was still surprised that they were let go. So, whatever. It's I guess in all due, huh? And of course, it even just comes a few days after Vince McMahon has to file bankruptcy. For the XFL, which that's like what the again that was the second time that he tried to get that little football league to start, at least that football company to start, because the first time it was a flop, and this time, the second time around, it did decent. It was doing a lot decent, but because of coronavirus, it then immediately killed it. So once again, it always has bad luck. I feel if anything, Vince should just stop trying to do stuff outside of the wrestling business because that's the only thing he was ever good at. Surprisingly, because of it made him millions, but he has to always try and do things outside of it, and it always screws up for him. So there you go. Fucking just ridiculous. But still, there's really not a whole lot to talk about completely wrestling other than that. There's still plenty of empty arena shows still. I mean, AEW still doing decent with their. I mean, just recently they went and beat out NXT this time, even though a couple of 2 weeks there, they were kind of getting tied or a little bit losing to WWE's other show, NXT, which as again. Doing decent though with their shows. It's still at least more tolerable than Raw and SmackDown's fucking uh, empty arena shows, which are at times are almost unwatchable at times. But at least I can at least sit through some of NXT's empty arena shows, and of course AEW. Just because of that they're able to at least move on with even more storylines and so on, and to get stuff, even though at the same time they really probably shouldn't be working, but because of TV deals maybe and what they have to are definitely acquitted, or I wouldn't say acquitted, but I think that is the worst word I can use. That are loyal to or have to work for. I think that there's something. I think that it's probably there why they can't completely just shut down production for at least a few months or so. Why they can't, because again, the obligations. So I think those TV channels, so I think WWE is definitely signed with both USA and Fox, because SmackDown's on Fox. So I guess the higher ups over at those channels are definitely going to be a lot more difficult to really try and shut down a lot of production, because they probably want something out of them. Because again, if those hours on TV are or at least committed to that particular show, then they expect to see something from that show. And I think in some ways it probably would be a good idea that maybe for them to find a way to really run around it, which would be probably instead in its replace would be old episodes. But since some people are starting to kind of get a little tired of seeing old, I guess, NFL or sports stuff, or at least old old broadcasts, I guess it will probably would bump some people out. It probably won't draw as much ratings as some would think they would. So there's probably that, even though they're not drawing as much decent ratings as they were in the beginning to begin with. Even though we're talking if we're talking about the WWE, it's not like that they were getting any better ratings from the past couple of years. So on. At least AEW was at least for a newer company has been doing decently. Even though still, I mean, if you even compare the lowest rating of Raw, at least here in the 2010s, it's still surprisingly still higher than that. So this shows how much how much there is for a varying demographic. Still, it's probably gonna be a lot more difficult for any company, at least for wrestling companies, at least like again for a newer company like AEW, and then I guess again a long-lasting company like WWE to try and find a way to run around the idea of postponing production and putting something in its place that's still at least WWE or AEW respect them. I think it's the same deal with the TNT and AEW. I think there's probably still a lot of obligations still that they have to work with. So I can probably see why they have to at least continue on with providing empty arena shows, even if they have to be taped. They still have to at least run it. Just to at least to satisfy the higher ups of their specific TV or television channel business companies, like USA. So that's probably there. So they're really much there. I know just recently, now Impact finally had to air their empty arena shows after probably running out a lot of the tape stuff that they had taped over the several weeks prior to the whole coronavirus breakout and everything. So that's, I think, about it. So I think that's probably all the wrestling talk I got out of the way. So yeah, I guess I made sure I got to about 31 or at least 30 minutes. Definitely, really not a whole lot as far as metal talk or music talk. That was kind of a part of, again, that was a part of the what's coming up part of here, and a little bit of the part of the YouTube bullshit. So in a way, I think you got at least a decent enough podcast. I think that's probably as much I can run with this. So at that, this is the end of episode 3 of the Head Nasty Metal podcast. I hope all of you somewhat enjoyed. I hope all of you were somewhat at least were a little bit entertained by the little rant I added in. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed it. This is Thrash Head Sam out, and I'll see you all later. I hope you all enjoy what's coming up within this week's schedule. Take care, everyone. So with that, here.